at the Politricks watch. This is Therapy. Now today I'm going to be talking about the very, very sad story coming out of St. James where I get to understand say a 9-year-old youth, 9-year-old boy lost his life. Short slash 9 years old. The story is spooky. The story is spooky because I don't know if it's the first time I hear this, but that little boy is an ISSA. As in, that ISSA. Yes, that family. The reports are that the mother drive and she slow down to go through patrol. Man drag her out a car, take the car gone. Them call the police, and police basically went looking for the vehicle, find the vehicle and the youth in the car with him throat slash. People report this as a carjacking. Now let me tell you something, but no how carjacking thing go, and this not sound like no carjacking to me. This sound like a hit. Who would want to put a hit on a 9-year-old ISSA? What kind of interest, right, would somebody take? You see, because you see at that level, I'm telling you already, so when certain families get involved, right, in the news for them things that look at the same level. Your favorite clansman, your favorite stone crusher, as bad as him think he may be, they just get up in the morning and go target a ISSA. Now you might say, well, maybe them never know. Carjacking? And also carjacking thing. When 87 thief car, them thief the car for either go scrap it and sell it, or them carry it go up and shoot. Them thief the car for those car pitney gun / shoot and left car. That don't make no sense to me. Them left the mother, gone with the 9-year-old / shoot. Left youth, left car. So what was that about? This is very, very spooky. Which 87? We just, because we know say 87 is what they wanna left nobody behind, we know that. Why them need the mother? Which criminal you know, because you know them have to get rid of witness and get rid of. So them left the bigger witness, the adult who can testify and give information, but take the life of the child who probably don't even know what going on. A child who even on them best day probably couldn't even point them out in a one courtroom. This don't make no sense to me, no. This don't make no sense to me, and the fact that this happened to a ISSA make it even spookier. What is the real story behind this case? Slow down for patrol, man. Them take out. I'm trying to recreate the scene in my head 100 times. Obviously, I wasn't there. Right? Maybe it makes sense to you, but it doesn't make sense to me. So I'm going to try to piece things together. So tell me, the man them take the mother out of the car and then drive the car off, dump the car with the youth lifeless body night. 9 years old. 9 years old? They deployed on their cruel criminal operation. We say, I could just slash a 9-year-old throat. Just like that. Something right there, so. This is extremely spooky. The reason I talk about this is because I don't want Jamaicans just dismiss things off for some little willingly. Oh no, I look at carjacking, I'm see the woman there hardy and one. 87s. No awful frightened. Them is if you see 87s run down pan a, for example, them run down pan a high-end vehicle, right? It's usually some kind of monetary gain. They might try to take some chain or take some money or something like that. And if they go take life, them not left nobody behind. Especially not the adult. I not understand what going on. This is confusing to me. No, whatever the case may be, however way it go, it no change the fact that a 9-year-old youth lose his life. 9 years old. I tell you all the time in Jamaica, don't sit down in your yard and think say, well, that not gonna happen to me because me live over here, so that not gonna happen to me because me live over here, so. And you hear me just say this youth is an ISSA. The reason I mention the fact that the youth is an ISSA is because we know say it is very unusual for certain families. Name reaching the news and a murder is attached to. Normally when you hear about it, it's some construction or some business or some hotel, You're not familiar with throats getting slashed and loss of life, are you? But personally speaking, I don't care if it's a ISSA or a MISSA. I don't care if it's a Smith. I don't care if it's a Phillips, 9-year-old, 9 years old, and in such a gruesome manner. Them kind of things, because obviously it's a knife, would have to do it. With Smaddy, I will go through all that for 9 years. What kind of people in here? More I know what I want to say. More I know what I want to say. Not tell me about no make it rest. More I know what I want to say. Where them people here come from? What kind of barbarism is this? And why is it so normal? Then again, when I ask you, this is the country where hit 1,000 murders in 1997. This is the country where I hit 1,600 murders from early 2000s. Some of them know when I asked. I should box myself in the face for asking that ridiculous question. Jamaica's in a barbaric society. Plus, we hear about how much women lose them life in a Westmoreland. Woman have a shop, man broke it too much time to them end up kill the woman. When you realize that all these groups that claim them love women, love children, love the youths, love the poor, love the inner city. You know what he said? Don't hear nothing from them and them things are going. It could be 324 hours them now have nothing to say. Because we know when them get active. Them get active when time them hear say certain things are gonna reach ages and them time them get active. Them love women so much them now have nothing to say when time 87 kill them. Come forward. Give us a helping hand. Share your voice is powerful. I see one number come out say something like 11 people lose them life in 24 hours. I see people argue again about SOEs and people argue about the government can't bring in this and can't bring in that because opposition. Let me explain something to you. Obviously the opposition exists, checks and balance. But at the same time, there is obviously a conflict of interest here. So, which opposition government do you think, because we know the politicians, number one goal is to get power above all things. Which opposition you think is going to help a serving government bring in a policy that might potentially help that serving government stay in power longer? There is a conflict of interest here. Now you can be as idealistic as you want, you can live in fantasy land as you want and think say politicians just do the right thing. When crime start look spooky, people start look to the government. You think opposition are going to do anything to help ease the burden on the government? When they can say seat, but tell them so them can't manage crime. That's why you need people like us. That's why you need to vote for me. Because I can come give you some social intervention and I can give you some community policing and I can give you some divine intervention. Think about it for a second. Just think about it. You think they're going to... The opposition now work with the government. You think the opposition wants the government to succeed? And at the moment, obviously, a JLP in power and PLP in opposition. But even if it was the other way around, same principle. If the government succeeds in lowering crime, if the serving government, if Andrew Holness and Dr. Horace Chang cut crime to 500 murders in a year, they would never lose another election. Especially them follow it up with another 500 or even drop it down to 4. They will if the government drop crime below 1,000, PNP can forget about seeing power again. So remind me why the opposition would be going above and beyond to help the government fight the crime and bring in a policy that you might be thinking, yeah, but surely they care about human life more than votes. Surely an opposition would care more about, the people than getting in power. Surely you buy unicorns. Power is to a politician what Eagle Eye is to a straight man. Him spend vast amount of time thinking, how can I get some more? You are living in an idealistic world if you think opposition, and so we understand the opposition is necessary, checks and balance. But don't kid yourself. No politician now sitting at night time thinking, how can I help the government succeed? They are not. The only way opposition do anything to help government is if the people them start to pressure upon the opposition. Then them say, well, we don't want to fall out of favor because this might come back, come bite we down the road because now it is appearing, so we are fighting against the greater good. So make we support the government. It's all about votes and power. And if you think anything else, let me for a unicorn. Politicians do what they have to. And if them think it will hurt them, then they will act. If them think nothing will come out of it, they will not. If you think a party that has been divided upon every issue, suddenly united upon the facts of SOEs, nothing come in, out of those common decency, and they just all happen to be thinking along the same lines, let me for a unicorn. What the PNP agree upon for the last 10 years? Nothing at all. They've been cannibalizing each other non-stop, but on this issue, they are united. They are united on this issue. The government, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Dr. Horace Chang, only can ball about opposition support all in one. Guess what? The numbers not looking too good. Ball and ball, but you are fail and fail. And ultimately, as the serving government, it is up to you to deliver results. Quit trying and find a way. Find a way. Be creative. Since them not help you, find a way. You see, the reason why this really I knock Andrew Holness so hard is because I in detail people say them are going to sleep with door open. An extraordinary statement, even by Jamaican politician standards. And anybody who would believe that definitely need to link with a unicorn. But when you make them talk, you have to go back it up. And you can't just say, well, what you want me to do to go to the opposition and work with it? End of the day, it's on you. It's on you. You're the captain of the ship, the pilot of the plane. But more than if you understand something. I might not be the biggest legal expert in the world. But one thing stands out to me though. Are you telling me that if I was to become the Prime Minister tomorrow morning, if I was to win an election and be elected by the people, if you do this and do that, you're telling me that the party that was not elected can stop me from bringing in certain policies? That doesn't make no sense to me. I understand the checks and balances part. But if the party that lose can stop me from bringing in a policy that might ultimately deliver some results and give me another term, then I don't understand how part. So the people them said to me, Sir P, you are the leader of this country. Bring in the policy them where you think are going to do this. Is it that the opposition can stop this, even though I may win and people say you do the thing, you run the show, make us what you can do? Are you saying the opposition can stop me? Or is it just on SOEs? This is an actual question, by the way. I don't understand. Is it just SOEs? Or in general, because people always talk about bringing this plan. Suppose divine intervention. Suppose me go up on my knee and fast and pray 40 days and 40 nights. And just like Moses, was it Moses who get the scroll? Just like Moses, one scroll drop and say, see the answer in you. This is how you fight crime. This is how you make crime in Jamaica cut down to 500 per year. This is how you cut down to 500 murders per year. I'm going to bring this scroll to show the people of Jamaica like how Moses carried to show the people of Israel. I'm going to say, I'm going to bring in everything from this scroll. Are you saying the opposition can stop me from bringing it in? How would that work? I'm a bit confused. I'm very confused. But just I wonder if a SOE alone this work for or in general. I don't understand. I don't know how the losing man I go stop me from bringing in my policy when I meet the people themselves to fix something. That kind of sounds spooky to me. But me say I'm no legal expert. Right? And it would be good if the people them who actually are can actually clarify that for the people them, because if I study the case, then what is going to get fixed? If me can do block, because we see that with America all the time. We see it in America where one party try bringing something and the next party just jam it up. It's an ugly game. And the motivation behind it, unfortunately, is not no people and look out for the people and what's best for the people. Once a man want the next set to feel, so them can come out of power, so them can go in and in the next set play the same game when they reach on the other side. Absolute madness. Meanwhile, people are dying in the streets like animals. Meanwhile, 9-year-old, 10-year-old, 4-year-old, 15-year-old are go down in an early grave. While these people are playing games, man, in the House of Parliament. Frolicking back and forth. I don't know. This don't look good. This don't look good. But at least one thing I can say, the people in Jamaica are very well aware. So this crime situation is ugly. Because remember, PIA, one of the biggest things we used to hear over here is that all they talk about a crime, why you talk about the good things them? When they go tell their favorite media was talk about the good things them. See everybody talk about crime now, nobody know why about the good things them now. This is priority. Jerk chicken and whites on the beach is for tourists. Them now get struck down in the streets. Jamaican they will focus on what actually matters. That's how we talk about crime. Because believe it or not, nothing else in Jamaica can excel until crime gets under control. When you can talk about economy all in one, nobody, local nor foreign, nor broke them neck, come invest in one of the most murderous nations on planet Earth. But then all the time, so there are many Jamaicans who don't even need foreigners. There are many Jamaicans sitting on serious money. Them not invest in a certain place because they're afraid. They're afraid of clans, they're afraid of dunce dogs, wanna come extort them, then no one man come broke in the shop and kill them. People can invest. They're just not investing because they don't feel safe. Farmers, I say them don't need farming because they don't feel safe. So when I look on crime purely from the perspective of, oh, this is talk about man are dead. No, it's much bigger than that. If Jamaica ever get its murder rate under control, we'll see some things in the economy. But they never see it. Anyway, Patreon Squad, big up on yourself. Yeah, you don't know. More life. Ultra Squad. Stay circling. Bless.